Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for joining this event. Normalization between the United States and North Korea has been topical for years, and last year it appeared that there was a real chance to move forward. But even the second summit between Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un finished without any significant result, and there is still no progress in ongoing dialogue. But nevertheless, the dialogue should be continued. Otherwise, the tensions can be renewed and pose threats to regional security. The first one is clear. North Korea has nuclear and missile technologies, it has experience of conventional weapons sales, and it has grey and black channels which currently may be used for trade and can be redirected to proliferation. North Korea can be pushed to proliferation by external and internal factors. External factors include renewed military threats by the United States or strengthened pressure by China. Internal factors include economic development, which requires huge resources North Korea doesn't have now. The second threat is possible degradation of United States-ROK alliance. One of the biggest concerns among some experts was that normalization between two countries will inevitably lead to withdrawal of United States troops from the territory of South Korea and ultimately to degradation of alliance. It is absence of lack of progress in negotiations which can lead to this collapse. Inability to achieve progress in negotiations with North Korea may be more likely cause. Indeed, possession of nukes by North Korea is not so dangerous as hostile relations with North Korea. And the United States' image of superpower can be tarnished if it's unable to come to an agreement with nuclear state in Asia. It can potentially push its Asian allies to seek their own nuclear deterrence for self-defense. Excuse me. It should be remembered that both ROK and Japan already conducted their nuclear programs in the past, and now they have all necessary economic, technological, and scientific capabilities to develop nuclear weapons in the short term. They just need political will. To transfer their nuclear programs to military footing. The next threat is further strengthening of China's monopoly. China has almost restored its influence on North Korea, lost after execution of Chan Son-taek, who was considered China's agent of influence. After adoption of United Nations Resolution number 2375, China almost monopolized foreign and trade ties with North Korea. Some South Korean experts dealing with relations between China and North Korea for a long time raised concerns that China can ultimately make North Korea its economic province, political protectorate, or even annex. These assumptions are quite controversial. On the one hand, even when China's economic influence grows, the record suggests that North Korea retains an independent foreign and domestic policy. On the other hand, it's only logical that the strengthening of unilateral influence of any country, including China, could impact the foreign policy of North Korea, including its current dialogues with the United States and ROK. And along with North Korea, China strengthens influence on South Korea as well. As a result, it is now considered as the most influential country in the region. And the next threat is decrease of role of sanctions as a tool of foreign policy. Sanctions imposed under the latest resolution, 2375, have certainly affected the welfare of ordinary people in North Korea and activities of humanitarian agencies and foundations. But sanctions produced no impact on the sphere they were initially targeting, North Korean nuclear and missile program. North Korean experience and unchanged position could become another encouraging model for other countries which are currently under UN or US sanctions. And it certainly further decreases the efficiency, or at least perception of efficiency, of sanctions as a tool of foreign policy. At the same time, if the dialogue evolves and brings some results, there are a number of prospects. First, both South Korea and Japan consider the removal of so-called North Korean threat by peaceful means the most optimal path. It is not surprising, considering these countries' proximity to North Korea and presence of United States bases on their territories. In the case of conflict, these bases could become targets for North Korean missiles. If United States could establish peace on the Korean Peninsula by normalizing bilateral relations, it would only strengthen the alliance. The alliance between the United States and ROK has been a successful one because it never remained static. In response to changing security environment, changes were made to annual military exercises, tasks, and number of troops. And these changes did not lead to collapse of alliance. The same would not hold true for United States ROK normalization. It can be said that any future government in Seoul, regardless of its policy or ideology, would be interested in an alliance with the United States in some form, as it serves a hedge against Japan and China. Excuse me. But the bilateral alliance is in need of an update to its mission and structure to meet the new geopolitical environment. Otherwise, it risks playing a stabilizing role in the Korean Peninsula that contradicts its very purpose. Modernization would maintain its relevance, value, and would be appreciated by allies, and would help the United States to strengthen its positions in the region. Today, the main purpose of an alliance is deterrence of China, so it doesn't make sense to put this alliance at risk by maintaining tensions in relations with North Korea. And as for United States troops in the south, North Korea made it clear in the past that it is ready to accept their long-term presence. And the position of North Korea will hardly change as